of finding the triad or the Roman numeral. So in this case, you're given the Roman numeral and the key, and your job is to find the triad. And in this case, you're given the key and the triad, and your job is to find the Roman numeral. So let's go through some of the steps steps of success, so to speak. So let's start with this one. So you're given the Roman numeral. In this case, you're to find the 2 chord in the key of B flat major. So your first step is, what is the key? Okay, so the key of B flat major has 2 flats. Okay, so we figured that out, and we know that key B flat major has 2 flats. And on a separate piece of paper, or maybe even just in your head, you can think of the B flat major scale. So think or identify the scale, because you're going to need that in order to figure out the Roman numeral. Okay, and then what is the Roman numeral built from? Okay, so Roman numeral is built from, in this case, the 2 chord is built off of scale degree 2. And so scale degree 2, in this case, is a C. All right. Since we know the key signature of B flat has 2 flats, B flat and E flat, we know that we don't have to do any thinking. We just add the chords. Okay. So we know there's an E flat, and we know there's a G. There's no G flat. It's just a regular G, and we know it's a regular C. There it is. There's your 2 chord in B flat major. Now let's do it. Let's do it the other way, essentially the other way, where you're given the triad and the key, and you're to determine the Roman numeral. So it's just many of the same steps. You're going to first figure out what is the key. Okay, and again, in this case, D major has 2. D major has 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. So we're going to figure out the key and think about or identify the scale. So again, the same second step. Okay, so think about D major scale and what the notes are going to be. And now but the third step is a little bit different. Where does the root of the given triad, let's say, where does the root of the given triad lie? Okay, where does it start? So the root of this given triad is a B. Okay, where is that in the key of D major? Key of D major, if you think about it, D is 1, E is 2, F sharp is 3, G is 4, A is 5, and B is 6. Okay, as long as we know that we have the correct number of accidentals, we know what the key is, we don't even have to think about it. Yes, it's good to know that this is a minor triad, but the fact that we know what scale degree it is and what Roman numeral it's going to be saves us the trouble of even figuring that much out, even though you should already know that. So we know it's going to be lowercase, scale degree 6. Remember, lowercase means it's either a minor triad or a minor triad or a diminished triad. And if it's uppercase, it's a major triad. It would also mean the augmented if we ever come across augmented. Okay, so there you go. There are your steps to finding either the triad when provided with the Roman numeral and the key, or the Roman numeral when provided with the triad and the key.